Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a get ready with me, trying some new makeup. I don't have a full face of new things, and this is a really random assortment of products. Some of them I bought myself, some of it is PR. Most of these things I've had for weeks and I haven't tested them. We have the new e.l.f. mascara. I have the new Persona eyeliners here. All kinds of things. I have a Dior single shadow, and it's just a very random assortment of products. So we're going to be getting ready together and trying out some new things. If you're new here, my name is Blair. I do all kinds of beauty and makeup content here on YouTube every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I hope you'll subscribe, and let's get started. All right, I have all of my stuff collected in this little merit bag. All right, let's start with this from Beauty Project. This was sent to me in PR, but this is their face glaze, the highlighting gel cream. I'm really excited about this because I have almost purchased this myself multiple times from Sephora, but I always end up talking myself out of it for whatever reason, mainly because I have a lot of this type of product, a glowier priming base type product. So when they offered to send it to me, I was very, very excited about it. They also sent me the bronze one as well. That's more of like a bronzy color. That should be good for summertime, but we're just gonna use the original today. So it's in just a little squeezy tube. And this says it's a highlighting gel cream that can be used to give your skin a gorgeous, soft glow with squalane, ceramides, and hyaluronic acid. You can wear alone, as primer, under foundation, mixed with foundation, or as a highlighter. So we're gonna use it under foundation today. Get some on the back of my hand first. Okay, so it feels just kind of like a moisturizer. It's very pretty, very, very glowy. I know I've seen a lot of people on social media using this. I don't smell a fragrance. I mean, there might be like a little bit of something, but it's not detectable really. I get a little bit of a smell of a sweetness, kind of smells similar to their lip oils, but it's very, very faint if it's there. Okay, let's apply this. I am going to use a brush, and I like this kind of product because you can just kind of draw it on. I'm going to keep it mainly on my cheeks, and then I have just a little bit in the center of my forehead. But I'm going to apply this with the N17 from BK Beauty and Nikki LaRose. Yeah, so it's just reminding me of kind of like a gel moisturizer, but with a lot of glow in it. Kind of similar looking to the Say Glowy Super Gel, but this one is the texture is a little bit different. It's a little bit more like a traditional lotion as opposed to a gel. I know they say this is a gel, I think, yeah, but to me it feels a little bit more like a lightweight lotion. It definitely looks just like skin, no flecks of glitter or anything like that. So yeah, and it also feels like it's kind of set down. It doesn't feel super wet or like tacky on my skin, which is nice. Okay, so we'll see how makeup does over the top of it, but I'm excited to keep playing around with this. Let me know if you've tried this. All right, for a complexion product, we're gonna try this from Dr. Jart. This is the BB Premium Beauty Balm with SPF 40. I bought this myself. This was not PR, but guys, I bought this a while ago, like months and months and months ago, and never tried it. So we're gonna try it today. I remember when this came out, I wanna say this was pretty popular there for a while, but this is what it looks like. It's a tube, but it's like a harder plastic tube. And I think this is actually a reformulated product. I want to say this came out a few years ago, and then in the last year or so, they discontinued it and came out with it again. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. Okay, this says it's a great skin day in a tube. This breathable, buildable formula moisturizes, protects, and delivers good coverage with a natural skin-like finish. Oh, okay, so this is the shade Fair Light. So it's a thicker kind of cream. Just looking at it right now, it's reminding me a lot of the Misha BB cream. Like even the tone of it, like of this color, is reminding me of that. Yeah. So if you've ever tried the Misha BB cream, I want to say the one I usually use is shade 21. I may be wrong, but I feel like it's shade 21. That's what this undertone is kind of reminding me of. This one has a little bit of a smell. It has a little bit of like a citrusy smell, almost like a lemon scent. Okay, I have more on the back of my hand, but let's start with this. I don't have a new color corrector for under my eyes, so I figured we'll just go right into this product. Okay, definitely very light coverage with this little amount of product, but we did not use much at all. I still have a good bit left on the back of my hand. Okay, yeah, it's really, really reminding me of the Misha BB cream. Like just looking at it. If you've tried that, this is very similar. Except I want to say the Misha BB cream, I haven't looked at it in a while, but I know it doesn't have a great shade range. I think this one comes in 4 shades, maybe 5. So there is that little bit blended in. So you can definitely see my skin through it. It definitely did add a little bit of coverage though. I'm gonna go in from the back of my hand now and get a little bit more. I've actually been using this N17 brush a lot in the last few weeks, and this is really growing on me, especially for this type of product, like a BB cream. I really like the shape of this brush. The flat, lighter side is really nice for this kind of product. It's also really nice for cream blush. This looks really pretty on my skin. Really, really pretty. Very similar to the Misha BB cream. The smell though that I was talking about earlier, I don't smell it now. So it does have a little bit of a scent when you pump it out, but I don't smell it now at all on my skin. I would say this is about a light medium coverage. You can definitely still see my skin peeking through it. It did a really good job though at kind of evening out my skin tone. Definitely a bit on the glowy side right now. We do have that in Beauty Project glaze on underneath, but this is promising. I like this a lot, and this is the type of products that I wear on a daily basis. I love a lighter coverage, as you probably know, and then add concealer where I need it or want it. But so far, this is really pretty. Really, really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna apply some corrector, and then we have a new concealer, but it's not new. I've had this for so long and haven't tried it. It's a drugstore concealer, but let me apply my corrector. I'm going to use the EXA one, and I'll be back. I guess actually I'll just show you. I really wanted to show you this anyways. So this month I have been using the EXA color corrector in my everyday makeup drawer. And I have 2 of these. I have the shade Peach, which is the one that I just applied. And then I also have the shade Pink. I don't like pink on its own. It's way too light. But I decided to put both shades in my everyday makeup this month. And okay, this is the ticket with these. The peach and the pink mixed together Really good combo. I honestly don't really have to put concealer over the top, to be honest. When I do this, it works that well. So you'll see as I blend these in, it's literally such a good combo. Obviously not ideal to have to buy 2 shades, but I have both. So I think I bought the pink one after the peach just to test it out because I love the peach so much. And the pink is a little bit light on its own, but mixed with the peach, it is such a good combo. All right, the concealer that I'm referring to is this one from Physicians Formula. This is the Butter Glow Concealer in light medium. Like I said, I bought this, I probably bought this 6 months ago, maybe longer than that, honestly. And I have these drawers in my office in here, and I usually separate my products out based on what I'm going to use them for. So if it's PR or something I bought from the drugstore, I'll put that aside. Something I bought from Sephora that I want to film with, I'll put that aside. This one just got lost and I never ended up using it in a video. So we're going to use it today. This is the shade Light Medium. Now I know this concealer, oh gosh, it's a mess already. What in the heck? It's like all leaked out on the sides there. I don't know if it's supposed to look, yeah, it's definitely not supposed to look like that. Oh, it smells like coconut. It has the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer smell. Okay, that's kind of strange. I don't know why we need to do that in a concealer, but okay, let's just try it. I think this got relatively good reviews when it came out. I haven't heard many people talk about it recently, but I want to say it was pretty popular. I don't know. But I mean, come on. I don't know what the deal is with Physicians Formula and the makeup in general. They discontinue everything, it seems, and then when they release like a product like this, they make 3 shades. Why? Why? Why even do it at all? Like, I don't know. I don't get it. I do not get it. And it honestly just really, really annoys me. But figured I bought it, so we might as well try it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm going to use my Sigma FO3 to blend this in. So this is definitely one of those you don't need a lot of it. Do you see how much that just spread all the way across my eye? It reminds me of the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. That's what this is reminding me of right now. Also, it looks a little bit more yellow than I like under my eyes, but we will make it work. All right, so there it is, blended in. It looks pretty good. It looks pretty good. It is definitely serum-y, very light in terms of the texture, very glowy looking under the eyes. We'll see if it kind of sets down at all, but it's definitely pretty, has that hydrated serum texture and finish. So I don't know. I mean, it looks pretty good. The coverage is decent. I would say like light medium, maybe medium, depending on how much you're applying. But honestly, it just really reminds me of the NYX Bear With Me Serum Concealer. That's what the look of it reminds me of. And that one has a lot more shades. So, and it doesn't have a smell like this one. So I don't know. And I mean, it's a pretty strong, if you know the Physicians Formula coconut smell, that coconut butter bronzer smell, this has that. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like this. But I'm gonna add some on my face where I want more coverage, like I typically do, and see how that works. It's very easy to blend in. It's a very light, blendable formula. It's just not, it's pretty glowy and the coverage is not great, but if you're looking for that, you might like this if you can find a shade. that works for you. Blended into my skin really nicely. It did add a little bit more coverage. So as of now, I mean, it's definitely not bad. We'll see what I think after I actually wear it and see how it looks throughout the day. But overall, it looks nice. I just don't know about the whole shade range thing, and the smell is kind of off-putting to me. But it doesn't look bad. All right, I am going to... I don't think I have a new bronzer, so I'm going to add a little bit of bronzer, and then I'll be back and we have some new blush to try that I am very excited about. All right, let's move on to blush. Now I have a liquid blush and a powder blush, and I'm torn because I was thinking I was just going to use one, but I want to use both of these. Oh my gosh. My memory card filled up and I'm just sitting here applying and talking, and then realized I looked up and saw the recording light was turned off. It's because my memory card was full. So I apologize. I just applied the e.l.f. liquid blush in Suave Mauve on both cheeks. This side, I applied it directly on my face and blended it. On this side, I got it off the back of my hand and applied it. And I used this N17 brush from BK Beauty. That has happened to me a few times. For some reason, someone needs to fix this with cameras and recording. They don't tell you that your memory card is full, like on your monitor here. So the only way to know is if you were to get up and look at the little screen on the camera, but the screen is not facing me. So the only way to know is if I realize the little recording light here is not on anymore. Anywho, you don't care, but so annoying. But here is the shade Suave Mauve. And what I was saying when I wasn't recording was, to me, these are not as pigmented as the Rare Beauty blushes. I know they say high pigment, like they say on the bottom here, high pigment. They are pigmented, but I don't think they're as pigmented as the Rare Beauty blushes, just based on applying this time. But I don't personally find this to be as pigmented as the Rare Beauty blushes. It has a similar texture, I guess, but honestly, this reminds me more of the Say Dew blushes. Is that right? The Dew blushes? I think that's right. That's what these remind me of more, texture-wise, than the Rare Beauty, but this is a beautiful shade. It applied well. Even on the side where I applied it directly on my face and blended it out, it blended out very easily. And I love this rosy pinky shade. So I like this so far. It's very nice. I will obviously keep wearing it and let you know. It's interesting. In the component here, if you look really, really close, you can see there's a little bit of like an iridescent shimmer in this color, but it's very fine. It's not like big pieces of glitter or anything. But then when you apply it, you don't really see that much. I mean, there's definitely a glow, but it's not one of those blushes where you can see like chunks of shimmer or glitter in it, but it does leave a glow on your skin. So if you don't like that, you probably won't like these. These do not come in a matte formula like the Rare Beauty ones do. They only come in this one formula. So this is going to be more similar to the dewy version of the Rare Beauty blushes, but to me they are more similar in the look and the texture to the Say Dew blushes, in my opinion. This shade is similar to Chili if you have that one from Say. This one is a little bit similar. I think Chili is a little bit more mauve-y than this one. This is like a true rose, even though it says Suave Mauve. I would call this a rose. But anyways, those are my thoughts, but I do like it. I think it looks really pretty. All right, I am gonna apply some of the RMS blush because I know my mom will be very disappointed if I don't apply this. So obviously we already have blush on, so it's gonna kind of be hard to really see it on its own. But this is the shade Crystal Slipper from RMS, and I've seen so many people just rave about this formula. So I'm really excited to try it out. So this is the shade crystal slipper right here. It's definitely a lighter shade, kind of like a warm nude, but very, very subtle. So we're gonna apply this. Over the top, I'm gonna use this Flower Beauty blush brush. I was hoping that this would be just a great nude powder blush that I can pair with anything really. So hopefully it is. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to see much because of the e.l.f. blush underneath, but it looks to me, it kind of reminds me of like one of the Hourglass blushes, the ambient lighting blushes. It does look pretty over the top of that e.l.f. liquid blush. Nice, nice, very, very light, the color at least. I know there's a ton of different shades. I kind of had trouble picking a shade. There are some really pretty pink ones that maybe I'll try at some point. I will use this again in a video and again on Instagram, so make sure you're following me there so you can see it a little bit better. But it's nice. I'm excited to test this brand. I've never tried anything from RMS before, so I'm excited to keep using this. All right, I'm going to fill in my brows and add a little bit of powder to my face, and then I'll be back and we'll move on with the eyes. All right, let's move on to eyes. I have something that I have wanted for probably a year, maybe 2 years, but it's this single shadow from Dior. It's the high color eyeshadow in the shade Beige Mitzah. I have been hearing about this for so long. I know a lot of you have commented on videos in the past and said that I would love this shade. I have swatched it. I made a little Instagram video a few weeks ago. So I did swatch it, but I have not used it on my eyes. So we're gonna do that today and do just like a very simple, very Blair eyeshadow look. But this is what it looks like. I mean, look at this shade. It is so, so pretty. I ordered this from Nordstrom a few months ago because I got an email from them that said that I had some reward expiring. It was like a $20 Nordstrom note, and I was not gonna let that expire without finding something to use it on. So I ended up ordering this shadow, but look at this shade. I mean, it's so perfect, so perfect. I would say it's like a neutral bronzy taupe color, but it feels so nice. The formula feels really silky and just really very, very nice. So let's try this out. I think I'm gonna start with a brush. I may need to use my finger for this, I don't know, but I'm gonna start with a brush and just see, oh no, actually it picks up pretty well with a brush. Oh gosh, that's so pretty. This is a Sigma E25 blending brush. Okay, yeah, so that picked up perfectly. What a pretty one and done eyeshadow. This is gonna be one of those things that I'm mad that I didn't try sooner, I can already tell. Because this shade, I love Dior eyeshadows anyway, but this shade is just such a perfect one and done. Love, love, love that. Let me know if you have this shade. I know there were several of you a while ago. I forget what video it was, but I think we were talking about single shadows that I liked. And there were several of you that said, you need to get Beige Mitzah from Dior because it's perfect, and you are correct. This is the perfect shade. It reminds me a little bit of the shimmer shade that I love so much in the nude dress Quint from Dior. That's kind of what this is reminding me of. That's like my favorite shade from that little Quint. That one might be a little bit more pink, not as taupey, but it's similar. How pretty is that? Oh my goodness. Honestly, you don't really need anything else. This shadow stands on its own. I'm going to take just a little bit of this Give palette. This is not new, but I'm going to mix this warmer brown and then this taupe. So a little bit of both shades, and just put that in the crease just to kind of finish it off. But honestly, that shadow on its own is so pretty. I do love a single eyeshadow. I remember when I was first getting into makeup, I don't know why I was never super interested in singles, but in the last like year or so, I've really started to love single shadows. They're just easy. It does also come with one of these little applicators also. If you wanted to use this, you definitely could. All right, I am gonna do some eyeliner. These were sent to me in PR. These are the Persona eyeliners, and they recently released 3 new shades and a sharpener as well. And they sent me the 3 new ones. So I was gonna open these up and we'll use one of them. So here are the swatches. So we have chocolate, which is kind of a warmer brown. They already have a brown shade, but it's more of a cooler brown. So you have chocolate, which is pretty warm. It kind of reminds me of Teddy from MAC. Then you have graphite, which is more of a charcoal gray. And then down here is stone, which stone is beautiful. This is kind of more of like a golden bronze. It's not red like chocolate is. But these are really nice eyeliners. They're very creamy. I want to use one of these. I think we're going to use stone. Yeah, I think we're going to use stone. So I'm going to do like what I love to do with liners, which is apply it on like the outer half of my lash line. Kind of like that. And then I'll take a brush and just kind of go over it and smudge it. This shade is beautiful. This, honestly, you know what? This one kind of reminds me of Cinnamon a little bit from Victoria Beckham. I just realized that when I was blending this. Okay, very easy to blend. Love. That's a beautiful color. I love colors like this. It's kind of like a brown mascara. They define your eyes without being as harsh as like a true, very dark black or chocolate brown. It's just a little bit softer, which is really, really nice, especially if you have more fair skin or you have like lighter eyes. Sometimes dark colors, depending on, you know, what kind of makeup you're going for, can be a little bit harsh. But colors like this are really beautiful and a little softer. So there is Stone. Love that shade. That's actually really beautiful. Let me actually go grab Cinnamon from Victoria Beckham because now I'm curious. Yep, I was right. I was definitely right. Look at this. Okay, so this is Stone from Persona, and that one is Cinnamon from Victoria Beckham. So they're not identical, but they're very similar. I think Cinnamon is a little bit warmer, like a little bit more red based than Stone, but I mean, very, very close. Very close. Okay, that's interesting. I'm glad that I swatch that next to it. All right, I think I'm gonna do a little bit of chocolate in my waterline too, because I know I've done this before with one of the Persona liners, but I don't really remember if I liked it and if it stayed well in the waterline. It's been a long time since I've done it, so I'm gonna try it. And I will let you know in the description box how these liners wear, because the Victoria Beckham liners are very long wearing. They're very creamy initially, but then they do set down and they stay. So I'm curious to see how these will compare. All right, now we are gonna try this new mascara from e.l.f. I've been dying to try this. This is the Lash Xtndr mascara. And this is supposed to be a tubing mascara. I can't wait to try this. I love so much the e.l.f. Lash and Roll mascara. That's a holy grail product for me. So I can't wait to try this one. I do have the brown shade because I love brown mascaras. So I am gonna curl my lashes first and then we're gonna test this out. So we'll do one eye at a time. So this one I think is supposed to be a lot more intense and volumizing than the Lash and Roll. The Lash and Roll from e.l.f. is amazing, but it's a very natural mascara. So it looks like this. The tube is exactly like Lash and Roll, except Lash and Roll is like a pink color instead of this kind of teal. But oh yeah, so this is a good brown too. It looks like this. This wand reminds me of Maybelline Sky High. Really, I mean, it looks exactly like it. Okay, the formula is definitely kind of reminding me of the Lash and Roll. It's not getting clumpy at all. It's very separating for sure so far. But this one definitely is making my lashes look more intense already. All right, yeah, so that added a lot of length and volume with one coat. So I added like a light second coat there, and yeah, definitely much more intense than Lash and Roll, but it looks beautiful. It looks really nice. I love everything. I love everything that I'm seeing right now. Hopefully it doesn't smudge or flake. I don't think it should, but we will see. I do think, I think it's the nature of this formula because it adds bulk, I would say, to your lashes. I mean, I can see where if you really continued adding more and more and more, I could see where this might get a little bit clumpy, but that's kind of typical for more intense volumizing formulas, but it looks beautiful. And the reason I'm curling one eye and then doing mascara instead of curling both at the same time is I've found, for whatever reason, if you curl and then go in with your mascara and just do one eye at a time, the curl seems to last a little bit better on me. I don't know why. So I've been doing this lately. I mean, yeah, this is really reminding me of Sky High from Maybelline. And one thing I will say about Sky High, I don't know how this will be, but Sky High is a great mascara, but I will say it is very hard to remove. I don't know why. I think that one is a tubing mascara. I think. I may be wrong on that. I don't know. But it is, I've noticed it's a harder one to remove. I don't know why, but I will be curious to see if this one comes right off with warm water. So there is one coat on that eye. I mean, it looks great. It looks great, honestly. I don't have anything bad to say about this. Yeah, I could definitely see though, like I said, if you really keep adding this, because I don't know if this has fibers in it. Does it say it has fibers? I guess it's just because it's a tubing formula, but I can tell the formula really adheres quickly to your lashes. I think if you kept adding more and more, I could see where this might get a little bit clumpy. But I mean, it looks phenomenal to me. I love it so far. All right, I have one lip product left, but I'm gonna quickly line my lips with the Makeup by Mario lip liner in Hue. This is a great color for me. So there's the lip liner, and then we're gonna top it with the Beauty Project Glaze Lip Oil in the shade Cinnamon Bun. Now I've tried these before. I have a few of these and I really like them. This shade was sent to me in PR and we're gonna test it out. It looks like a really beautiful rose. These smell, oh, this smells like cinnamon bun. That smells good. Oh yeah, these are a really nice lip oil formula. If you like cinnamon buns, this one smells exactly like cinnamon bun. Ooh, that's a good color too. This is the fragrance that I'm using today. This is Prada. I think it's Paradox is what it's called. This is pretty new to me. Well, I've had it a few months. I got it during the last Sephora sale, but I really love this. It's very clean. Not really citrus. It's just a very clean, slightly floral scent, but I love it. Okay, let's chat about this makeup and my thoughts on these things. We found some good stuff here. The Beauty Project Glaze, the priming type product, it looks beautiful with everything we applied over the top. I need to use it more so I can really tell you, but I'm thinking that's going to be great for when I want to use concealer as foundation. So applying that and just concealer all over so you can really see the glow. I'm guessing that's how I'll probably use it the most, but I also want to try mixing it in with something like it suggests doing. So I'll keep you updated, but so far so good with that. The BB cream, very impressed with this so far. We'll see how it wears on me, but this shade in Fair Light, don't let it scare you. It does look a little bit gray when you pump it out, but so does the Misha BB cream. But then once you blend it, I don't know what happens, but it doesn't look gray on your skin. I don't know why, but this is pretty. I don't know. We'll see if I think it's worth the money after wearing it some more, but it looks pretty. I was pretty pleasantly surprised, honestly. The coverage is decent. It's not a ton of coverage, but I like it so far. It does have the scent, which I wish they wouldn't have done that. It has a little bit of a citrus smell, but it does go away, and it looks pretty. Nice everyday base product if that's what you're looking for. I'll let you know though once I wear it a bit more. The Physicians Formula Concealer. Okay, it looks nice. It still looks good under my eyes. It's actually a pretty good shade for me. I thought it was a little bit yellow, but now that I'm looking at it with everything else, it looks fine to me. The smell though, the smell is not, this is not my favorite thing. I mean, I don't mind the smell in something else, but not a concealer. I don't really want my concealer to smell like coconut. And there's like no shade range, which is unfortunate. It reminds me of Bear With Me from NYX. I would personally go with that one if it were me. I love that this one isn't a doe foot applicator. The NYX one, you have to pump it out. So I prefer the applicator on this. It's not bad. It looks nice on me. I'll see how it wears, but I don't know on that. I wish they wouldn't have put that coconut smell in there. I feel like we definitely could have skipped out on that. The e.l.f. blush, I am so sorry that my memory card filled up and I did not realize I wasn't filming this, but I'm pretty impressed with this, I have to say. I love the shade. It was very easy to blend. Even when I just dotted it directly on my skin, I was able to blend it really easy with this brush. So I like this so far. I like it. I stand by what I said though. I don't think it's as pigmented as the Rare Beauty blushes, which depending on your preferences may be a good or a bad thing. I don't know, but I like it. I like it, and I'm happy with this shade that I got. So I'm pleasantly surprised. I was a little bit worried if it might be hard to blend. Liquid blushes can be kind of tricky, but that one is nice. It reminds me of the Say blushes. So if you like those, I bet you will probably like these from e.l.f. The RMS blush, I feel like I can't really say much about it because you can't see it a ton because the e.l.f. blush is kind of taken over, but I don't notice anything weird or something I don't like with it. I think this is going to be a good everyday, goes with everything blush. But obviously I'll keep wearing it. We'll use it in future videos. I do love this little compact. It's kind of like a thicker, chubbier kind of compact. I like it though. Okay, Dior eyeshadow. Just add this one to cart. If you don't have it, just add it to cart. Just add it to cart. I'm sorry to tell you, but this is beautiful. If you like a neutral, slightly taupe, slightly bronze eyeshadow and you like some shimmer, add it to cart. That's all I'm gonna say. Add it to the cart. The eyeliners, impressed with these so far. I gotta see the wear on them, but this stone shade, this is really pretty. This is really, really pretty. If you've been wanting to try Victoria Beckham, this is a similar shade in stone. I don't know about the wear, so I don't know how that will compare, but the shade is very similar. They're not identical, but they're close. And this was very easy to apply, very easy to blend. And I'm hoping the chocolate shade will stay in the waterline, but I will let you know in the description box. But I think one of the things I'm most excited about, honestly, is the mascara. This is really good. If it wears well and it removes easily, this is good. This is really good. e.l.f. has been killing it with the mascaras. If Lash and Roll is not enough for you, try this. I love that it comes in brown. It adds length, it adds some thickness, some volume. I'm into it. I'm into it. So fingers crossed it wears well. And then the last thing is the lip oil. I've used these many times. This is just a new shade to me, but I have to say, love the shade on this. This is probably my favorite shade actually now that I have. And it smells like Cinnabon. If you like Cinnabon and you like these lip oils, this is a good one. Love it. All right, I think that is everything that we tried today. I hope you enjoyed the video. This was so much fun. There's just nothing more enjoyable than sitting down and trying some new products. I know all of my makeup lovers out there know what I mean. It's just fun. It's just fun. So I hope you enjoyed, and I will leave any updates in the description box, so make sure to check that out. I will also have everything linked for you that I used today. I do use affiliate links that support my YouTube channel if you shop through them. Thank you so much. If you're new, I hope you'll stick around and subscribe. We would love to have you here. Please go follow me over on Instagram at simply.blair and TikTok simply.blair1. And I will see you next time for the Patrick Ta video. So get excited. And I will see you then. Remember, simply be you.